Guys, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. If you haven't given much thought about what fragrance you're going to be wearing yet, you're behind the game. You want to make sure you stay ahead of the curve. You want to plan this stuff out. Choosing the right fragrance on this day is going to make it go so much better. And what fragrance do you want to choose on Valentine's Day? Well, you typically want to choose something that's going to be warm, sweet, inviting, seductive, right? That's the type of stuff you want to go with here. You want to put the fresh fragrances away. You want to put away the aquatics, the citrusy fragrances, all of that stuff. You want to stash that away for just a little while longer and make sure you dip into some of your warm, sweet fragrances. And today what I have for you is 10 fragrances that's going to make you smell irresistible on Valentine's Day. These are going to get the job done pretty much no matter what. You really don't have to worry about it. You really don't have to put too much thought into it because this list is already tailor-made just for this specific occasion. It really does not get much easier than this. See, I'm here for you guys. I'm here to help you out. Now, I do want to hear from you. What fragrances would you put in this list? Let me know yours down in the comments, and then I also do appreciate you hitting the subscribe button, also turning on post notifications and giving the video a like. And now, let's go and jump into it. Starting off with the first fragrance here, we have Guess Seductive Noir Homme. Currently running you about $20 on Fragrance X. That's a killer price. It was sitting at around that $40 mark, which I would say it is worth 40 bucks, but it is 100% worth $20. So I would recommend you pick this one up now. If you buy it as of when I'm releasing this video, it's going to get to you with time to spare, and that's going to be the same with buying any of these other fragrances. I will have them all linked down below. It's going to be the lowest prices I can find, and it's going to be the quickest shipping as well. So I wouldn't hesitate. I would get on this while you can. Guess Seductive Noir Homme. Fantastic fragrance that's not going to break the bank. It's warm, it's sweet, it's got this nice nutmeg and amber in the opening with like a little bit of a fruity apple type of note too, which makes it smell very unique. This fragrance right here, I'll be honest with you, it smells absolutely incredible. I'm very impressed with the scent. Not too many people have gotten their nose on this one yet. Not sure what you guys are waiting for. Jump on this one. It's incredible. Guess Seductive Noir Homme, fantastic cheap fragrance, and it's going to have you smelling irresistible on Valentine's Day. Up next here, we have another banger of a scent. This one is Armani Code Absolut. Another fantastic fragrance that I've been enjoying. You guys already know that. This one's got tonka bean, vanilla, suede. It's warm. It's inviting. It's sensual. It's just one of those fragrances that just smells so nice. Now, some people will say that this one is too sweet and too cloying. And yes, it is a very sweet fragrance, and not everyone's into that. At least not most men are into wearing fragrances like this. However, at the end of the day, Valentine's Day, this is for your girl. This isn't for you. You got to make sure you're putting her first. You got to make sure you're pleasing her, right? And you want to choose the fragrance that she's going to like. And like I said, most people aren't going to be wanting snuggled up with some sharp, piercing, citrus, aquatic fragrance bashing in their nose, right? They want something that's warm, that's laid back, that just smells comforting, right? And most women love sweet fragrances like that. This is where this one comes into play. So even if you don't like it, you got to do what you got to do, man. You got to just get through it. It's only one day. You got to throw this one on. It's going to work great. Up next here, we have Givenchy Gentleman Absolut. I'll tell you what, this is a great one right here. This kind of has a Spice Bomb Eau de Toilette type of smell. However, it's not as strong and piercing and spicy as Spice Bomb EDT, so it does take that back quite a bit. I personally wouldn't say that Spice Bomb EDT is the best pick for this video. That's why I'm picking this one. It's kind of got that DNA, but the edges are rounded off just a little bit. It's a bit more warm, it's a bit more sensual, and really a bit easier to wear, a little bit easier on the nose, I guess is one way to put it, and it would be perfect for this video. This is a great scent, and this is another one that I don't see talked about that often. Not really sure why, because it's a fantastic fragrance. This one would work great on Valentine's Day. Such a great, seductive, warm, sexy fragrance. And again, this is another one that's not going to be breaking the bank. You can grab these for around $50 or so for 100 ml. And it's a great high quality scent with great performance as well. You're missing out if you haven't tried this one. Up next here, we have Azzaro Pour Homme Intense. This is another one that I just absolutely love. It's got cinnamon, it's got rum. It's just so nice. It's a nice, sweet, boozy fragrance. And now you may think Azzaro Pour Homme, right? That's not a warm, sweet fragrance. That's a barbershop fougere fragrance. You're right. Azzaro Pour Homme, the original, is a barbershop fougere fragrance. Not one that I would pick for this video. However, Azzaro Pour Homme Intense, is 100% worthy of this video because, again, it's a lot more warm, it's a lot more sweet. While it does hint to that original DNA just a little bit, it's got so much more of its own thing going on. Again, from the cinnamon, from the rum, just from the warm smell that it has, that it completely differentiates itself from it, and it definitely makes it a nice, warm, cuddly, evening out type of fragrance. It's definitely a great one. If you want something that's more on the masculine side, because like I said, a lot of these other ones are going to be leaning more kind of, you know, unisex just because of how sweet they are. Some may say that. Azara Pour Intense, more of a masculine fragrance, a little bit more dominant, and still has that warm, sweet, cozy vibe that you're after. That's one that you're going to want to get. Running you about $35 for 100 ml. Steal of a price. It's a great quality scent. Another great performing one as well. You got to check that one out. Up next here we have Spice Bomb Extreme. This is another one that is killer. Now, I did do a review on this one, so you can watch that for my full thoughts and, you know, how it develops and all that stuff. It's a great fragrance, and while I did say that I don't think this is the best winter fragrance out there just because of its price, it still is a fantastic scent. Again, a little bit more pricey. It's going to be out of some people's budget here, but for the people who want to swing for it and want to get something that's super high quality, has quite a bit of unique smell to it, and just is great overall, Spice Bomb Extreme is the way to go. Now, this one is a bit more warm, a bit more rounded off and tame compared to the Eau de Toilette, so you don't really have to worry too much about it. Now, yes, the opening of this one is going to be pretty strong. It's got a cumin note in here in the opening, which I talked about in the review, that I don't really like that much. But once you get past that opening, which doesn't last very long, you get into the good stuff, which is where a lot of the vanilla starts to come through, and that's where this fragrance shines. It's so warm, it's so sweet in the dry down that it's just great. So this is one where you're definitely going to want to spray it on ahead of time, let it settle down on your skin for like 10-15 minutes, then you really get into the good stuff. That's where this one shines. Spice Bomb Extreme. This is a perfect fragrance for Valentine's Day. Awesome scent. Up next here we've got Prada L'Homme Intense. So this is a fantastic one in my opinion, and the reason why is because it's got that nice iris note, which is pretty mass appealing in these men's designer fragrances. But what else it has is some leather, and it's also got some patchouli in there, and I believe amber, although I could be pulling that out of somewhere else, but I know it's got a pretty prominent leather note in here, and it really just sweetens it up a little bit. It gives it a little bit more depth. You don't just get straight up soapy iris like you do from the original. I mean, obviously you get more than that, but kind of mainly what you get out of the original is this nice, clean, soapy iris fragrance that's very office friendly. In my opinion, Prada L'Homme Intense kind of takes it to the next step. In a way, you know, Prada L'Homme is perfect for wearing during the day, to work, to the office, whatever. Prada L'Homme Intense is the one that you want to spray on at night. You want to spray on when things are starting to settle down, get a little bit more serious. Maybe you're going on a dinner, maybe you're working into a date situation, that sort of thing. You still want to stick with the Prada L'Homme DNA, but you want to go something a little bit more fitting for the situation. That's when I would wear this fragrance, and this one pulls it off great. So another great one to wear on Valentine's Day. Another one that's also not going to break the bank either. These Prada fragrances are very affordable on discounters. $50, $60, 100 ml bottle. You're getting a fantastic high quality scent for that price. It's a steal. You got to check it out. This one is fantastic. Prada L'Homme Intense. Next here we've got Pure XS Night. This one's a nice caramel chocolatey smelling fragrance with some cinnamon in there as well. This is another one that smells great, and it's another one where the opening is not going to be the best for close situations. So you will want to spray this one on ahead of time. But like I talked about with Spice Bomb Extreme, once you get into the dry down of this one, magic happens, and this one is ready to rock and roll. You just got to get past that opening, which is kind of spicy, is kind of sharp. It's got kind of a kick to it, and I do think this one, at least to my nose, kind of has a cumin smell in there as well. Maybe it's listed as a note. There's some sort of note in here that I can't remember off the top of my head that just gives it a extremely potent spiciness. This is another thing that I've talked about in my review. If you're not watching my reviews, watch my reviews, but it really is there in the opening, but it goes away almost completely, at least that sharp potentness that I'm talking about. You get into that dry down and it's butter from there. So I do recommend you check this one out. Pure XS Night, fantastic Valentine's Day fragrance. This is 100% an improvement over the original Pure XS, and really a fantastic scent to have all around. We've got another Givenchy fragrance in this video. I had to do it. I was going to only put one in here, but I couldn't. Givenchy Gentleman EDP. I had to throw this one in here. Vennela, iris, woods, patchouli. Oh man, it's a great, great scent. I just dropped a review on this one as well, where I talked about the fact that I really enjoy the scent and that it really impressed me, and that's the truth. This stuff is incredible. Highly recommend you check this one out. Again, around $50 for a 100 ml bottle. Killer of a price. Kind of get you in that Dior Homme Intense type of field and that Valentino Uomo Intense type of genre, whatever you want to say. Kind of get you there, but even more wearable than both of those, which is incredible. Really, really nice scent. It's going to be my pick out of those three in terms of a mass appealing sweet iris fragrance. So I'm not talking about the Prada Alone fragrances, more soapy, clean, and fresh. I'm talking about the warm, sweet iris fragrances like the two I just mentioned. In my opinion, this one is going to be the most wearable out of all of them. And that's perfect for what you want on Valentine's Day, especially if you don't know for sure if your particular date is going to like either the two, Dior Homme Intense or Valentino Uomo Intense. This one will be a much safer pick, and it's incredible. Great performance from this one as well. 10 to 12 hours longevity and moderate projection, so it's going to last all day, but it's not going to drown anyone else out either. Up next here, second to last, we've got Lana de L'Homme. I'm putting it in here because I want to. This is a fantastic one as well. Great, great scent. I've talked about before, in my opinion, one of the best date fragrances that money can buy when you're talking about designers, and I still do believe that to this day. It just smells incredible. There's no other way to put it. It's got cardamom, lavender, spices. It's just so nice. It's so unique. I've never smelled anything like it. Most people have never smelled anything like it. Yeah, it's popular. Yeah, it's talked about a lot. That doesn't change the fact that this is still a great date fragrance, and I'm still going to include it just because I'm still going to wear it, right? This is something that I would choose in this situation, and because of that, I'm going to recommend it. Not everyone may agree with this pick, but for me, it just gets the job done. It's a killer fragrance. It's a killer DNA, and it's just honestly one of my favorites. I really personally do enjoy the fragrance a lot. So Lana de L'Homme, you can't go wrong with this scent. Really, it's just something that you can't go wrong with. All right, so we're going to end this video with an expensive fragrance. We're gonna ball out here a little bit on this one. Baccarat Rouge 540. So yeah, gonna be more expensive here. I don't know for sure what this one is going for at discounters. Again, that link will be down below if I can find it. But I mean, this fragrance right here is a gem. Just look at that bottle. Nice ruby red. It's got a gold cap, nice gold front label. I'm trying to get the best angle for it. It's got a nice looking thing on the back there, whatever. It doesn't matter. It smells incredible though. Oh, just one of my favorite niche fragrances out there. More expensive, like I said, but it's so unique as well. It's got this like transparent, woody, sweet type of smells, kind of the best way I can put it. And it's also incredibly strong. So 1 to 2 sprays max for this one if you're using it in a date environment. That's it. If you're going out trying to perhaps get a date and you're trying to project, 3 to 4, and trust me, it's going to have everyone's attention. It's extremely strong, but is, in my opinion, a great, great scent. Not going to be for everyone, so you may want to sample it first. Also not going to be for everyone because of the fact that it is very expensive, but for those who out there who want to spend a bit more money, maybe you want to wear this with your date because it is a unisex fragrance, whatever the case may be, I wanted to include this one in here just because I think it's incredible. Another really great date fragrance, and could be one of the best date fragrances on the niche side in my collection. That's just in my collection. I'm sure there's a lot of other great ones, but just kind of what I would choose for this one is killer. Baccarat Rouge 540, great, great scent to end this video on. So guys, there you have it. That was 10 fragrances to be irresistible with on Valentine's Day. Hopefully this video helps you out. Hopefully it gives you something to think about. You want to stick with those warm, sweet, seductive fragrances. They're going to work the best, trust me. And remember, all these will be linked down below so you can check them out, pick them up. Like I said, if you're buying when I upload this video and even maybe a few days after, they're going to make it to you before Valentine's Day, so you're going to be good to go. All the prices below are the best that I can find just for you guys. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow night with another one, man. Take care.